Alright, so real quick before today's video starts, this video was recorded back in February of this year, but never made it to the channel as I was working on other projects at the time. But believe it or not, this project still exists, the website is still around, and it is as hilarious as ever. So let's get right into it. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Now today's video is going to be probably one of the most bizarre videos that I've ever created. So this was actually first brought to my attention by a tweet over on Twitter where this guy actually tweeted me and Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall with this news article from Softpedia. And I saw this image right here, Windows 12, and I went, okay, what the heck is this? Like, what is this Windows 12? I go to this article over on Softpedia and find out that this has nothing to do with a Windows release. This is a Linux distro. Yeah, someone out there created a Linux distro and is calling it Windows 12. So Softpedia has an article on it, Beta News has an article on it, and there's a couple of other articles that went out today covering this weird thing. And it all actually came from this Reddit post from this guy over on our Windows 10. This like image here at a yard sale or at like a flea market, at a local computer fair. This like homemade CD installation Windows 12 Lite with a QR code. And yes, they were trying to sell this. At least that's what this guy, I mean, that's what I would assume this was like at a computer fair. So what is Windows 12? What would you get if you bought Windows 12? Let's see what they have to say. No upgrading whenever you want to work. No upgrades that fail, so you cannot upgrade anymore, forcing you to buy more Windows 10. No virus or ransomware. Windows 12 is immune from these nasties. You can run alongside Windows 10 or 7 and copy/edit your files over. More than 3 times faster than Windows 10, boots in about 15 seconds. Menu has a suite of the best programs and you can add any of 80,000 plus programs that are in the software manager. Ideal for gamers with Steam in the menu and NVIDIA drivers. No license, no activation key, you own it. You can put it on as many machines as you want. Your data is no longer taken by Microsoft. No adverts or sharing with Microsoft. It has a great help form. So then I start to think, okay, so this is obviously just some guy that wanted to just make some custom Linux distro and just like try to sell it, claiming that it's Windows 12 but saying that it's not like a Microsoft product. So I was like, okay, this is just like some local guy. No, this isn't a local guy because this has a website. And look at this. This is a website with even more information about Windows 12. Why they skipped to Windows 12, I have no idea. Like, if they were going to try to claim that it's the next version of Windows, you would think they would just say Windows 11. But for some reason, they decided on Windows 12. So not only do they have a website and were trying to sell it at this flea market or at this computer fair, they were also trying to sell this online on their online store. This is the Webhouse's store, which is the art of selling, as you can see. It's the online store for all your needs. They were trying to sell this because the listing has actually been taken down. My guess is they either took it down when they started to get all this attention and maybe feared that Microsoft was going to come after them. Or Microsoft has already come after them and basically said, hey, you cannot use our trademarked OS name to try to sell a product and claim that it's like the next version of Windows, because that's basically what they're doing. They might not be specifically saying that it's the next version of Windows, but they're saying it's Windows 12, which if somebody didn't know what this was, they would probably think that, oh, it's the next version of Windows. Unfortunately, because this, you had to frickin' pay for this, if you know, it's the most frickin' bizarre thing ever. I don't actually have an ISO of this in my possession, so we're not actually gonna be able to take a look at it today. Apparently, this is based off of a Linux distro called Linux Lite. Yeah, it says right here it's based on Linux Lite, but customized with a Windows 10 wallpaper and featuring a flat icon pack. So this is where you could download Linux Lite from Softpedia. So that's obviously a Linux distro that is free. So this is a screenshot of the OS right here. So they've basically taken a Windows 10 wallpaper, which is again created by Microsoft for use on their operating system. And they've got this like custom icon pack here. For some reason, like, they've got this logo, which doesn't actually display properly right here, but they've got it, like, scattered around the feather menu, and, like, that's just the replacement of the start menu. But you can see that it's you know, it's your standard, like, Linux distro, just with a custom icon pack and a background. After installation of Linux Lite, you need to add the Windows 10 wallpaper so you can change the wallpaper to Windows 10. So they don't even have the wallpaper applied for you. You have to apply it yourself. Now you can save the Windows 10 image in your pictures folder. This is, no way. You have to go to this website and download the image? Oh my gosh. They don't even have it included. You have to download it. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Okay, so they want you to go here, right-clicking on the image and choose Save As, then file it in your folder, pictures with the name superwindows.png. So they tell you how to, like, choose the image that they don't include for you. So they're obviously using some, yeah, so they're using Play on Linux. That's how they're saying that you can run all these programs, because I was looking at this, I'm like, wait a second. Adobe Illustrator CC does not run on Linux. So they're using Play on Linux too, which I guess isn't even installed. Yeah, you have to, I'm pretty sure that's what they're saying here. Package, click Y after it has been installed. So you have to install Play on Linux. It's not bundled with it. You have all the tools now for designing really good websites. If you want tuition, domain names, and a year's hosting that is really inexpensive, then have a look here. So, oh my god. Wait a second. Is this a domain registrar? What is this company? They're a domain registrar now? Web houses? Like, they've got this bizarre version of Linux. They have an online store where they sell more than just, I mean, they sell much more than just, like, that. They've got, like, a store here. You can buy, I guess, Die Hard. Okay, so as you guys probably saw from that clip, this is a pretty bizarre operating system, and it's honestly pretty insane that it still exists today. The website that I showed in that previous clip is still up, and you can go to it, and it still advertises Windows 12 Lite. This is the same slideshow with all the same wallpapers. Now, there was a brief period where I think when this website started to get a lot of traction, they renamed the operating system on this page to, I think it was Plus Lite, which it still calls itself Plus Lite here. They had changed all the Windows 12 references to say Plus Lite. Now, for some reason, they went back to calling it Windows 12 Lite a little later on. Now, the text on the website has been completely changed. There's not as much information on here as there was before. So it has the same slideshow, the same images, but down here it's got in this beautiful red font. If you were recommended to get a new operating system, then here it is. We have changed its name to show the speed, power, and performance. It is now called Plus Lite. Plus Lite. This is the world's best operating system. Pretty bold claim, of course, but down here it tells you that it's very fast, booting up in 15 seconds generally on a desktop with an AMD A8 5600K APU with Radeon HD graphics and an SSD, for example. It requires only 1.1 gigabytes of space. You guys can pause the video and read all this wonderful information if you want to. But this is still based on Linux Lite. I mean, that's the same. This is literally the exact same system, at least from these screenshots here, from what I can tell. It's weird because they say here that they've changed the name to Plus Lite, right? But up here it still says Windows 12 Lite slideshow. Now, they were trying to, as I said, sell this, but if you click on this link here to go to buy this thing, the listing has been removed. You can see there are no products to list in this category. But they do still have some other interesting things. They've got Kali Windows 10, Windows 10 Linux Mint 19.2. Like, they're selling what they're claiming, I guess, to be a Windows 10 installation, like, flash drive. I guess a Windows 10 and a Linux Mint 19.2 and Tails installation USB flash drive. But if you do a search for Windows 12, now they have this 4-port phone card reader with Windows 12 Lite installation for £25. Yeah, it's this card reader for, like, phones, right? Like, it's got these different ports on it, and it apparently has a Windows 12 Lite installation image on it. And yeah, it says 4-port backup phone card reader, including a card with the Windows 12 Lite installation. The USB can be plugged into a laptop, and the installation of Windows 12 Lite can be made. Yeah, very, very long, like, run-on sentence, but it was added April 7th, 2020, so a couple months ago. Now, also, you probably saw they do have something else now. If you go back, they have something called Windows 10 Mint Tails. Whatever that is, I have no idea what that is. Is that like another distro of Linux? Like, I have no idea. It's so weird. And this is, are you kidding me? This is a, no way. There's a desktop computer with Windows 12 Lite. Are you kidding me? Is this like a custom-built computer, I guess, with quad operating systems? Windows 10 Professional with Microsoft Office 2019 Professional, Windows 12 Lite installed. You have 50 programs on the desktop. You can install over 80,000 free programs. It is quadruple booted. I mean, they should have put booted there with Windows 10, Linux Manjaro, Makulu Linux Flash, and Windows 12 Lite. All the Linux are virus free. So now they're selling a computer with this. I mean, this is just crazy. Like, they have motherboards now, I guess. Keyboards and mice, LCD screens, phones. I mean, like, is this a cell phone they have? Or, yeah, a Brexit phone? Are you kidding me? I don't know what phone this is based on. Here's the image of it right here. Check this out. It opens up in like a new tab here. Great phone, better than an iPhone 6. This is insane. Like, what is this based on? Like, what is this phone actually based on? I'm trying to tell. It's obviously like an Android phone, but it's got like an iOS theme here. You've got search, music. I mean, these are definitely iOS themed icons. FM radio. It's 85 pounds, or 69 pounds. Backup USB 3.1 uses NVMe PCI memory card. So this just gets crazier and crazier. But this video was about Windows 12 Lite, which it's still called Windows 12 Lite up here and in the store. But here it's called Plus Lite. Down here they don't really make any mentions of, or now they say WinZoom 12 Lite. There's like 3 different names that they're calling this thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I would not really recommend purchasing this. I am kind of tempted. Like, I'm like going to say this, and you guys let me know if you want to say it. I'm not going to make any guarantees, but I'm debating on purchasing some stuff from this store. Maybe even this Brexit phone. I don't know if I'd purchase the entire computer because that is a lot of money. But like that like $20 like installation media. That has like that like phone with all those different ports on it that has a copy of Windows 12 Lite on it. So if there's enough demand for it, maybe I'll do it, but I might have to get a sponsor on that video because I don't know if there's any like purchase protection on this website, and I don't want to be out money in case like they don't send anything to me. And hey, speaking of sponsors, this video you're watching right now is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is the online learning community that offers thousands of classes on topics like video editing, web design, and photography. It's a great way to improve your creative skills or learn something completely new. If you're finding yourself having more downtime than usual lately, taking a Skillshare class is a great way to keep you occupied. One class that I started taking when I first discovered Skillshare is this one by Mike Vardy on keeping good productivity habits. Most of these classes are under an hour in length and are split up into multiple video lessons for more convenient viewing. And since Skillshare is a learning community, you can chat with other users taking the same class and read feedback from people who've already finished it. With Skillshare's premium plan, you'll get access to every class on the platform, and it costs under $10 a month if billed annually. But today, Skillshare is offering the first 1,000 people who click the link in the video description a free 2-month trial membership of Skillshare Premium. So if you're interested, join Skillshare today and start learning. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, be sure to get subscribed down below, and turn on those channel notifications if you haven't already to get notified whenever I upload a new video, which I do every single week, multiple times a week on this channel. And as always, guys, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.